here's the one thing about USC Notre Dame. I wanted to look this up while you were talking.
Tell me.
So this is why, Vegas, they've built all those big buildings for a reason, right? So 66% of the bets are coming in on USC plus the 9.5, okay? 98% of the money is coming in on USC. That's usually a bad sign.
Toast. That's it.
Yeah, that's usually a bad sign. Now, maybe, because, again, they don't lose in those scenarios very often. Like, maybe it could happen, but on top of the fact that I just think Notre Dame is significantly more physical than USC, and I think that despite USC showing they can be more physical than maybe some people anticipated against Michigan, Notre Dame is more well-rounded as an offense than Michigan is. So I think that – and I think defensively they're just as good, if not better. So if you look at Notre Dame's losses, and you touched on it yesterday, Cappy, they've lost to 2 top 5 teams, and they were in both games. So, till the bitter end.
Right.
I just don't think USC is in this category yet. So,
well,
I mean, granted, now, if they get turnover luck and things of that nature, the weather changes things. Like, the weather factors in. People think and assume that's a bad thing for USC, and maybe it is. But the reality is when the weather happens like that, and it's this crazy, ridiculous weather that we can't really anticipate what could happen based on the weather, that actually could play in USC's favor too. Like, most people would assume that plays in Notre Dame's favor, and yeah, it probably does. But it doesn't mean that turnover luck can't benefit USC.
Yeah, but the thing, you talk about a well-rounded Notre Dame offense, and other than
more well-rounded than Michigan for sure.
Yeah, well, and there's a lot of reasons why that is. I mean, first of all, Michigan's quarterback is still an 18-year-old freshman. I don't care how heralded he was, how heralded he was coming out of high school. C.J. Carr, on the other hand,
he's Lloyd Carr's grandson.
Yeah, and C.J. Carr has already had a really nice start to the season, over 1,600 yards passing, 13 touchdowns, only 3 picks. The point is that they do have a quarterback who can pass the ball. They do have what many people think.
And he can run, too.
Right. Yeah. Most people think that the best running back in college and probably a first-round pick is this kid Jeremiah Love. Now, they do have a second running back, Notre Dame, that also is a guy who's averaging like 6 yards a carry. Yeah. So it's not like they're only one deep. They're 2 deep with really good running backs. For USC, as you know, last week, their top 2 running backs were out. Then that kid, King Miller, came in, and he had a brilliant performance. And they're expecting to have one of the kids come back, so it adds some depth. So the thing is that USC is a more decorated passing offense than running offense, statistically speaking. And Notre Dame is the better running offense of the two. And again, if the weather is as bad as predicted, my guess would be that the running offense prevails over the passing offense. But, George, something in my gut tells me, for all the things you just talked about with Vegas, something tells me I think SC can win this game.
I mean, maybe. But, I mean, I don't know. I didn't feel good about it, and then I saw that made me feel worse.
Well, you remember last week when they beat Michigan, when we came back on the air Monday, I said, hey, now you got to go beat Notre Dame, because if you don't go beat Notre Dame, you know what people are going to say? Michigan's not that good. The win wasn't that impressive. Go beat Notre Dame.
Have fun with Bill O'Brien. Have a great weekend. Good broadcast tomorrow, brother.
Just in general.
Everybody is saying USC. I'm scared, though. I'm scared.
Oh, no.
Who's saying USC?
Notre Dame's going to win the game?
Yeah, I think Notre Dame's going to win the game.
Well, I think weather could play a big role in this game. I mean, you talked about earlier in the week that thunderstorms are expected. This game might actually get delayed. I mean, if what you're reading or what weather predictions are being put out there, the thunder and lightning should be coming around about 4:30 our time, which is when kickoff is scheduled for.
It's going to be like monsooning out there.
Yeah, there's already this prediction that the weather is going to delay this game. And if the weather is as inclement as is predicted, the advantage goes to Notre Dame for a variety of reasons, not only being the home team, but also the running game. I mean, Notre Dame's running game is their strength, and USC's passing game is its strength. And in this type of weather, you would think the running game prevails over the passing game. But Jaden Maeva, this kid has got to make a comeback, George. This is the kind of game where if he can win this game, this starts to get his name thrown around into some of the postseason awards.
Right.
But and it's mostly because you got to remember what happened last year. He threw 2 pick sixes in the Notre Dame game last year. And yet he'd played a brilliant game up until the point of the last pick six, frankly. So I got to say advantage Notre Dame. Here's the other part of it. If the weather is really bad and there is a delay, the USC team is going to pile into the visitors' locker room. Guys, the visitors' locker room at Notre Dame
it's tiny.
It's from the 1920s.
They haven't redone it?
Never redid it, and the reason and here's why they didn't.
Well, why would they
it.
make them feel comfortable?
That's precisely right.
Did they put on Rudy during a time delay or no?
They want the opponent to be as uncomfortable as possible, and in today's college football, where you're traveling with more players than what the visitors' locker room was originally created for way back in the day, it's super uncomfortable, and it's done that way intentionally. And if the Notre Dame, if there's all this weather and the USC team has to sit around in that cramped locker room, again, advantage Notre Dame. So I'm looking for the upset. I'm also looking for the cover. Notre Dame is a 10-point favorite. What do you think about that, George? You think USC can cover the 10?
Maybe.
Well, you don't sound bullish at all.
I told you last week I was
scared.
very bullish on Michigan. I'm not bullish at all this week.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
what about Rams-Jags on Sunday?
I think the Jags can win.
Oh, man, you're really bumming me out on a Friday.
I'm just being honest. You asked my opinion, right? So.
You think Otani's getting knocked out in the first inning today? I mean, what else would you like to tell us?
No, I mean, I think they'll be fine there.